Next minor league hockey stop for Mason Morelli is going to be close to where I grew up, actually, the Hershey Bears, bringing you in on a contract, Mason. First of all, after an initial stint here with the Stockton Heat, how excited are you to be back in the AHL?
I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it and to a new opportunity and to a new challenge. And yeah, I was pretty happy when I got the chance to sign with Hershey, and I'm really looking forward to going out there and maybe you'll have to come out and show me around there sometime, Benny.
Absolutely. So what were kind of like the steps to getting in touch with the Bears this time around? And was it any different to your previous experience of landing a minor league hockey deal?
It was pretty similar. You know, we had we worked with some people, and the GM and the coach of Hershey, and got some details worked out. But I mean, it was a little delayed because of COVID and everything that's affected by that. But yeah, for the main part, it was about the same, and just very much of a relief to kind of get it all finalized.
What really impressed you with the Bears? Were they on your radar before just the ink started to dry on the deal at all?
I wouldn't say necessarily. They kind of came into the picture a little later in the summer. So off the start, when the season ended, I wasn't even aware of the Hershey Bears. Obviously, I knew who they were, but I wasn't really aware that they were in the picture. And then they kind of came in a little later in the summer, and when they did, it just felt like the right fit, and I think it's the best opportunity for me.
Everybody in the American League is going to try to be getting to the show for the most part, unless they're really winding things down. That's obviously not the case for you. So what would it mean for you to don the Capitals colors? They're the parent club that the Bears are affiliated with in the NHL.
Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. I'm really excited. Hoping I can finish off the off season with some good training and skating and go into camp and hopefully make a good impression on the coaches and the general managers of Washington and Hershey, and it'll be pretty cool. Like I said, I'm pretty excited for this opportunity.
Do you feel any more either prepared or maybe comfortable going into this season, considering you're not going from college to the AHL, you're just doing another AHL season?
Yeah, I would say so. Last year was a little bit of a learning curve for me, and great experience, but it was it was a little bit of a grind, and I'm looking forward to not necessarily being the new guy on the block. I kind of know the American League now, and I've been there for a little while. So yeah, I think I'll be able to go in there with a little more comfortability.
What did the Bears say that they liked about your game?
They just they said they liked how the energy I bring and team guy and try to bring energy to the guys and play the game the right way and be good defensively and try to pitch in on the offensive side. But yeah, for the most part, I think they just said they were excited for the energy I'll bring and some good chemistry in the locker room.
More big news for one of your previous stops, obviously playing college at Nebraska Omaha. Dean Blais, coach down there, also a longtime coach at UND, and took Minot High to conference championship state tournaments way back when. For him to be going into the USA Hockey Hall of Fame, first of all, tell me about his impact that he had on you to this day.
Well, Blazer was great to me. He gave me a lot of opportunity, and I don't think without Blazer, I don't think I'd be where I am today. Because in juniors, I didn't have a ton of colleges looking at me, and he kind of came in and gave me some opportunity to come down to Omaha, and it was real good. I learned a lot, and I matured as a player and as a person, and it helped me into the player and the man I am today. And I'm just grateful for what Dean Blais gave me.
And we talked about like the Morelli family story of UND and you going to Nebraska Omaha instead of what your dad and your grandpa went to. But I think you still have some perspective growing up here about what Blazer means to UND fans.
For sure, yeah, for sure. And in the eyes of people around here, he's a legend, and he is a legend. There's no question about that. And I think he's worshipped here a little more than other places because of his ties with UND and all the success they had. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Just being that my dad and my grandpa got to know him a little bit even before I was in the picture playing hockey, and then getting to play for him made it pretty special too. So yeah, I think people around here are pretty excited for him and pretty honored that he was around that he's from these parts coaching.
Yeah, because when you were kind of doing the recruiting process, didn't Matt and Reggie kind of say a little bit about, boy, you're going to have a heck of an experience if you go down there to Omaha with Dean Blais, and that kind of maybe were your expectations matched, exceeded when you compared to like when you decided to go to Omaha to now when you look back on your career?
Yeah, I would say they were exceeded. Blazer was only there for my freshman and sophomore year for 2 years, but even the time he was there, he taught me a lot, and just learning from a guy who's won in a lot of different places and is respected by a lot of people. It was a pretty cool thing, and I'm real glad that I took my dad and my grandpa's advice, because they led me the right way, and I'm pretty happy and thankful that I got that chance.
Yeah, it's just great to get a local kid's perspective about this Hall of Famer. And Mason, as you continue your pro career, we wish you the best of luck. And let's keep in touch here and enjoy that Hershey's chocolate while you're out there, okay?
Hey, that sounds great, Benny. Thanks for having me.